Okay, so in this video, I'll be showing you how you can make a Bonky hammer without Rec Room Studio or complicated CP2. Now, before we get started, I'm going to set some things down. Number 1, why am I making this video? I'm making this video because I feel like people could set their creations as inventions to grow their portfolio. And that I'm making this video as an example, and we'll be going over how to make inventions in the same video. So now, let me just start making my Bonky hammer and we'll get started. Also, this is my current tube settings if you want to go over with me while I'm making my Bonky hammer. Okay, now that I got my Bonky hammer, we are going to start making it functional. And what I mean by making it functional is by being able to hold it and being able to hit other players with it. Okay, now we are going to need some objects. Number 1, the swing handle. And then we are going to need a clamp, a sound effect object, an impulse volume, and a trigger volume. The trigger volume will detect when it hits a player. Okay, now that we got our object, before we start attaching everything, we are going to configure the hammer and we are going to make it decorational. Okay, now that it's decorational, we basically put it as decorational because we don't want it colliding with the swing handle. Now we're going to move the swing handle, make sure the front side is going toward the Bonky hammer. So basically like this. And now that you got it straight like that, we are going to put the swing handle on the handle of the Bonky hammer. Also, here's a tip. Make sure you move all of the circuit board thingies on the left or right just to keep it organized and accessible. Okay, so now we are going to get our clamp and we're going to put it next to the Bonky hammer. So then after that, we're going to go on to connect and we are going to attempt to select our swing handle. So then after you select the swing handle, we are going to connect it to the black area of the clamp. So now, after we do that, we're going to select the main hammer and we're going to connect it to the yellow area. Okay, so now we are going to get our effects thingy and we are going to place it somewhere next to the Bonky hammer. This one will play after you hit a person. Also, this is a voiceover. That second one I spawned in is completely useless. I was being stupid in this recording. Okay, so now we're gonna get our impulse volume. And so basically what this does is that when a player hits it, it's going to push them back. Basically a bounce pad. Okay, so now we're going to put this right over the bonking hammer. Basically where you want it to hit people. So I'm going to put it right here and I'm going to scale it at the same size as the bonking hammer. Make sure it's all lined up perfectly because you do not want any mishaps or, it just won't look good or function good. Also, on here you're able to set how badly you want it to hit, how far you want it to knock them back, and how much air control you want it to have. Okay, so now I just got this one, but before we clone it and put it on the other side, we are going to get a interaction volume. So basically we're going to put it where okay, so now we're going to put it where the other one is. So basically it's just going to track who hit it and it's going to play a sound effect after it hits a person. Also, put it there just for organization because you're going to need it later. Make sure it's lined up. Okay, so now that's lined up, you're going to want to select the trigger volume and the impulse volume. So then put it on the other side, but don't make it so it's facing the other way. Make it so it's facing the other way, so it doesn't hit you towards the other one. And make sure it's also lined up. Also keep it over there, just for organization again. Okay, now you're going to need a sound effect when it hits a player. So I'm just going to speed this up because for some reason it took me so long just to find one good audio effect. So I'll be back with you in a second. In this section, I won't be telling you which kind of audio effects to choose because I want you to choose which sound effects work best with your creation. Okay, now that I've picked a sound effect for it, we are going to wire trigger volume play sound effect and we are going to clone it, but first we are going to configure it and then make sure 3D audio is activated and then move it to the side of the Bonky hammer. So then after that you're going to want to clone the sound effect chip and then make sure it's also wired to the trigger volume. By the way, on this portion of the video, you could go ahead and delete the other one because it's useless. Okay, so now just go ahead and wire everything to the clamp. Make sure it's the yellow part and do not try to clamp the swing handle to the yellow part, only the black part. Okay, so now if you don't want it to fall through the floor or just fall in general, then you're going to need a regular animation chip. Make sure it's a V1 so it plays automatically when the room loads in. Make sure you wire the swing handle and not everything, just the swing handle, to the animation controller. And then configure the animation controller and set it to 1. So then it just locks in place after dropping it. Also, if you want to adjust the position where it stops, then just put it whatever. Just make sure you're editing onto the animation chip. Congratulations, you've just finished your Bonky hammer. So now, let's go find some victims to test it on. Sorry to waste your time. I'm looking for someone on my...
No, that's alright, bro.
Because I need to test this. I made it for a video. Thank you, helpful,
yeah, that's
for
alright.
being helpful.
Yeah, no worries, bro. No worries.
Alright. It's a moment of truth. Let's see if it works. See? Boom! It works! Yeah, that's a hammer. Say goodbye to helpful. Oh yeah. Thank you for watching. Okay, well that's about it for this hammer tutorial. If you liked it, then why not subscribe to the Red Light Studios YouTube channel? Or you could just drop a like. And if you want to use this hammer in any of your games, I'll make it as an invention for y'all. Alright, see ya. Have a nice day.